Well, JC's got a great recipe that will go down a treat, haven't you?
Absolutely.
Nice bit of salmon.
And salmon on croûte, yeah, exactly. What I like very much about these dishes is you can make them in advance. You can even freeze it if you have to.
Yes.
Now I've got this beautiful piece of salmon fillet.
Yes.
And the idea is to introduce it with some spinach, which I have here.
Okay.
A little bit of herbs. I'm going to sweat them up at the last minute. Mixed with some garlic and a bit of butter.
Right.
And hopefully we're going to serve it into this lovely piece of puff pastry.
Yeah, so en croûte means obviously in pastry.
And I think as a topping inside, which will be great, we're going to make some kind of a béarnaise sauce, which I believe you want to...
Shall I do that? Well, I've got this quick method. Do you want to go forward with your salmon first, or your spinach, or...?
Now, the idea is taking the skin off. Very simple. You put your finger on the corner like this.
Yep.
Clean fingers, of course. And you point your knife under and basically just go under the salmon fillet. And that's it. And everything should be coming out, very simply.
Very easy.
Can you see like this?
You can get your fishmonger to do it if you want, can't you?
Why not? Now, the idea is to... First, I'm going to sweat very quickly some spinach with a little bit of olive oil.
Yes.
Now, again, if you don't like salmon, you can replace it with haddock, cod.
Yes.
Or even some prawns, why not?
Why not?
Now, carry on.
Well, no, I was going to say, while you sweat your spinach down and let it wilt down, I've got this quick tip for hollandaise sauce, and then you're going to add some herbs to it afterwards to turn it into a béarnaise sauce. What we've got here, I've put a couple of egg yolks in there, a splash of cold water, because I'm breaking all the rules here, because we're going to use very hot butter. OK, so I want my butter to be hot, and that's why you need that splash of cold water. So have we got any little splash of vinegar there for the béarnaise sauce?
I have actually with the shallots.
OK, we'll put that in there, yeah. A little bit of the shallot. Well, so there's tarragon vinegar and shallots going in there. That'll give it that little flavour. And then let's just nick the lid out here. The butter's hot. So what we want to do is actually, it's easier, rather than pouring a saucepan in there, it's just to pour it into a jug. And don't worry about the residue. So many chefs say you've got to do it with clarified butter. I was taught by Paul Bocuse, a very famous Frenchman, who says that's complete nonsense. OK, so we just got to turn that on, and that'll be great. Well, just stand back, and you just treat it like you would mayonnaise. Very slow stream of butter. And you'll notice a change in sound shortly as it starts to thicken up. How are you doing, Jean-Christophe?
Very good, absolutely. Now I'm waiting for the spinach to cool off a little bit.
So you're squeezing out the excess moisture, yeah? Yep. I'll be with you shortly, hopefully.
Sure.
You move on to your pastry.
I've got to say, it's a lot more practical than I used to.
Yeah?
I used to be emulsion the eggs for hours and hours.
And
I like your quick way, that's fantastic.
Well, if it works, it usually works.
I've got a spinach here, which has been sweetened very quickly. I'm using some garlic, a fork, to give a little bit of garlic flavors to it. Now, the puff pastry has got to be rolled up in such a way that we want to have the right thickness to...
So it cooks quite quickly, yeah?
Absolutely. Now, I'm going to place some spinach on the bottom.
Yep.
Then this lovely piece of salmon. Then again, on the top like this. I mean, already the flavor is dramatic.
It's great.
Now I'm going to use some yolk, some water, just for the first layer.
OK, that's ready, Jean-Christophe. Just need a few herbs to put in there.
Well, I've got some tarragon and some chervil.
Some tarragon chervil.
Last minute.
That blade, chop it all up in there. We blitz it again. Briefly, I've just put a little salt in there, and off we go. And there you have it.
Fantastic. I think it's very unusual to add your béarnaise sauce into your cooking. Usually you serve your dishes with it. Now you look at it, the texture is so...
It's nice and shiny, isn't it? Look at that.
The smell of the herbs are fantastic. Now I'm going to cover the other side of the puff pastry to it.
Yes.
And I think the only tip I can give you is basically try to tight and extract as much air as possible.
So take out as much air.
That's right. And then finally just make using 2 fingers like this, and just pressurize the edges of the puff pastry.
Right.
That's it. And
nice.
I'm going to put a little bit of decoration by using the same yolk and water on the top.
OK.
very simply, very quick.
Give it a little egg wash, nice shine.
And those lovely decoration, which make it nice and...
So just use the offcuts of the pastry for that,
that's
yeah?
right, yeah.
Yeah.
There we are. And finally, we're going to put this in oven. Now the trick is, make sure the first 5 minutes, we put it on 250 degrees to make sure we get all the colors straight away. And then we turn it down, we turn the oven down to 180 degrees for about 15 minutes.
Okay.
Look at that. This is going to be absolutely fantastic.
Look at that. Beautiful. Oh, look at this. JC, you're going to be pleased with this one. Look at it. Beautiful colour.
Thank you. Oh, the smell is...
fantastic.
And I love the pastry when it's nice and crunchy. I'm going to put it on the tray and slice it.
Okay.
And you see, that's what everybody's waiting for. Look at this. The salmon should be nice and juicy. Look at this.
Yes.
This is formidable.
What are you going to serve that with, JC?
Now, what I want to do is, I've got some potatoes, very ordinary potatoes,
yes.
which we can add a touch of butter, just like this, very quickly. Okay. A little bit of chervil. And...
give them a nice shine, yeah?
absolutely. And also, I love putting black pepper on the potatoes.
Little black pepper. Look at those, they look perfect.
That can go into the plate. And I think, once again, because your sauce tends to be such...
well, it's a nice sauce. It's just a cheats way of doing holidays. Obviously, the other way is slightly more drawn out, but this is so simple.
Therefore, the idea is to put some more, yes?
Yeah, oh, quite.
And we are, look at this, the flavour, the smell. What a great dish.
Mmm, that's gorgeous. JC, you've excelled yourself.
Salmon en croûte.